Little is known of a prolific Nyatiti player who came to Kenya, camped in a Lego, and embraced the traditional Kenyan music with motivation from a renowned Nyatiti player and musician, Susanna Owiyo. In her homeland, she's known as Eriko Mukoyama, but in the music world, we call her Anyango Japan. Anyango Japan was born in 1981 in the capital of Japan, Tokyo. Much isn't known of her childhood journey or the major steps she took way before music. Before Anyango came to Kenya, she was a singer and songwriter in Japan, with then her interest particularly being in jazz music and gospel. In 2001, Anyango boarded a plane for New York City to learn music, but her plane was forced to return to Japan due to war. This wasn't her first attempt to get to New York, though, and failing on both attempts. Eriko then toured the Kenyan traditional music concert in Tokyo, and at her first interaction with the Nyatiti changed her life. As we know, first attempts aren't easy, and there was no exception for her. It wasn't easy to play the instrument as she thought, and further, the instrument had never been played by a woman. In December 2005, Anyango played over 1,000 people at the Bomas of Kenya as the foreign performer since the independence. In 2006, Anyango performed in ceremonies of the United Nations, and this had been in a span of 3 years. In 2009, the Nyatiti virtuoso was selected among the 100 Japanese most respected people in the Newsweek, Japan. That same year in September, Anyango got to release her very first solo album. The album was titled Nyatiti Diva. Anyango's first album consisted of 13 items but were all acoustic and done in the Luo language. The items comprised of Dodo, Thum Nyatiti, Wechengeny, Thum Mora, among others. The following year of 2010, Anyango got to release her second album. The album was dubbed Horizon. Horizon was released in May 2020. Anyango Japan's second album involved more pop and groovy as compared with the previous one. The Horizon album comprised of hits like Horizon itself, Ochieng Kochieng, Nkosi Sikeleli, Africa, Sweet Poison, Jacaranda, among others. Both of Anyango's albums were produced under the music label Joey Music. In August 2020, Anyango appeared on the stage at the Fuji Rock Festival, which then was the largest outdoor music event in Japan. Later in December the same year, Anyango's second album, Horizon, was selected as one of the 2010 CD Journal Best Disc 100 in CD Journal. The CD Journal was the most famous music magazine in Japan. In 2011, Anyango left Kenya for France to make a new album. The album was produced and recorded with Sally Nyolo, a member of Zap Mama. The album was recorded at 4 places, with 2 being France and Cameroon. In July 2001, Anyango released her CD, Kowo Kikasete, and further published a book, Moto Toku. Anyango's book was ranked top in the music section of Amazon Japan. In 2011, the month of August, Anyango published a book. That same year, she visited France and performed in Paris and Bordeaux. Later, in October, Anyango performed in Izumo Taisha Grand Shrine, which was one of the most ancient shrines in Japan. In 2013, a concert was held in Japan. The concert was dubbed Anyango Promenade. The event was also a memorial event of Kenya's 50th Independence Jubilee. In March that same year, Anyango performed at MVET Art Festival in Strasbourg, France. In May 2013, Anyango's interview was published in Japan Journal, and later she appeared on the cover of that issue. Anyango also had a world tour in 2013, where she toured and performed in Italy, Germany, France, and Kenya. Further, she also acted as a radio personality for NHK World Swahili for 3 years, with a documentary of her, My African Music, broadcasted on the same channel. In 2014, November, Anyango made a first appearance at the annual Mileage World Music Festival in Entebbe, Uganda, at the Entebbe Botanical Gardens as part of her East African tour. In 2016, Anyango, the Nyatiti diva, arrived in Kenya in a mission to promote her new album, The Safari ya Eriko Mukoyama. The album consisted of 15 songs, including a collaboration with Kenge Kenge, Oruto System, a Luo traditional band from Kenya. On the 26th of August, Anyango performed at the Hidego Noguchi Africa Prize reception at the Hilton in Nairobi. On the 27th, Anyango performed at a symposium held for the First Ladies of Africa at the Intercontinental Hotel. This was during the Tokyo International Conference of African Development. On the 3rd of September, Anyango held a final show featuring The Alchemist in Strings of the East. Japan-born Anyango is the first known woman to play the nyatiti, a traditional 8-stringed instrument played by the Luo people of Kenya.